Assalamu alaikum viewers, how are you? Hope you will be fine. Welcome to the channel Literature Outstanding. Be positive, be hopeful in your lives. In this video, part 7 or the final episode of the Rime of the Ancient Mariner by T.S. Coleridge will be presented. As the regular viewers know that, the poet has divided this poem into 7 parts and I have also uploaded 7 videos. One video for each part, both in English and Urdu language. I have also compiled all the videos into playlists. You can check those playlists, easily available on Literature Outstanding. One more thing, once again, I will recommend without watching first 6 parts, it would be difficult for you to understand part 7. Before watching part 7, please watch first 6 parts of the poem so you may connect the events of the poem in better way. Now let's start the video, but before that, if you are visiting this channel first time or in case if you have not subscribed the channel yet, please subscribe Literature Outstanding and don't forget to hit the bell icon for future videos. At the end of the part 6, we see that the mariner finally returns to his homeland. He was extremely happy after watching the harbor of his own country, as well as he thanked to God for sending him to his own homeland. Part 7 begins with the description of a hermit by the mariner. When the mariner saw the hermit and pilot boy, he saw that the hermit was busy in singing his hymns and in saying his prayers. The ancient mariner was cheered by the hermit's singing. He admired the way the hermit lived and prayed alone in the woods. On the other hand, the hermit told to the mariner that they saw a strange crimson light near the ship. They saw a very strange ship with misshapen boards and filmy sails. When they reached close to the ship, that light disappeared. Moreover, the hermit agreed that it was very strange. The people in the ship didn't respond to any of their shouts. The planks of the ship looked crooked and the sails were thin and dry. He had never seen anything else like those sails. The pilot boy also replied that the ship had a devilish look, and it was only hermit that cheered him up and asked him to row on. Moreover, the hermit told to the mariner that as they reached close to the ship, a loud sound was produced under the water, growing louder and more dreadful. And finally, that ship sank heavily like a chunk of lead. The mariner was dazed by that dreadful sound, which seemed to strike the sky and the sea. The mariner lay floating on the sea as if it had been the body of a man who has been dead a week. As the mariner's ship sank, it produced a big whirlpool. The small boat of the hermit spun round and round at the place where the ship created that whirlpool. First, the hermit and the pilot boy both considered the mariner as a dead person, but after some time they realized that mariner was an alive person. And finally, with the help and support of hermit and pilot boy, the mariner was standing on the firm ground in his own country. After reaching to the land, the mariner threw himself at the hermit and begged for forgiveness and absolution. And when the confused hermit asked him to explain, the mariner gave the first retelling of his story. After telling this story, the mariner felt himself so light. The mariner told to the wedding guest that since that time the agony runs to the mariner at irregular intervals, and his heart burns in his body until he has related a horrible story to someone. That's why he passes from land to land as silently as the night. He wanders from place to place and has the strange power to single out the person in each location who must hear his tale. After telling his story, finally the mariner bid farewell to the wedding guest, reminding him that the man who prays the best is the one who loves all creation, human beings, birds, beasts, everything. Mariner also says that the man who prays the best is the one who best loves a created thing, whether they are big or small, for God created all of us, so he loves all of us. With this piece of advice, the mariner with white beard and bright eyes left that place. In the end, we see that the marriage ceremony was near to end and the wedding guest left the place without attending that marriage. He went away like a person who has been dazed and deprived of his senses. But when he got up next morning, he had become sadder but a wiser person. With this, the poem The Rime of the Ancient Mariner by T.S. Coleridge comes to an end. In the end, I just want to say that it was a very beautiful poem by T.S. Coleridge with a beautiful storyline. Story was very good. It has proper beginning, middle, and voyage stories, mariner stories, or sea voyage. These stories are very common if we will read the literature of Coleridge's time, but how beautifully Coleridge has used this mariner story setting for creating a supernatural poem, and how beautifully he has merged natural and supernatural realms in this poem. As usual, the supernaturalism of Coleridge in this poem is also indirect. The poet has used very simple diction for creating this poem, so if you are a poetry lover, you can easily read the text of this poem. So with this little review, I will end this video. Very soon I will upload the Urdu dubbing of this video and many more videos and beautiful stories on this channel. Till then, Allah Hafiz. If you like this effort, please share it to your friends and family, and in case if you are visiting this channel first time, or in case if you have not subscribed this channel yet, please subscribe Literature Outstanding and also hit the bell icon for future videos. Thank you so much.